Welcome back to Easy to Spell, where the name is easy to spell, and we did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew. Joining me, as always, our fabulous cast of heroes and adventurers, beginning with...
I'm Mike, and I play Talon.
I'm Rachel, and I play Olive.
I'm Lucy, and I play Ratalia.
I'm Will, and I play Tez.
I'm David.
Early.
And I play Guy Dude. Good to see you.
And we are coming back into the land of Theremin, where we are continuing our incredible adventure amongst this fantabulous cast of magical heroes. And I ran out of adjectives apparently halfway through that sentence, so I'm just going to keep reusing magical apparently. We're all a little tired, but we're all here to have fun, have a good time. I don't think we have any big announcements, so are we good just with... Cool.
Yeah,
Let's jump in.
We're coming back in. The group has been in the city of Lakeside, investigating a strange, now known as the Black Blood Fever, a sickness that's been coursing through the city, apparently only affecting citizens that have not been attending church regularly, weirdly enough. Following this train of questioning from a strange magician in his tower erected in the temporary merchants district of the town, one of the party members adopting a aged dog, yet to be named, meeting with the town coroner to discover details, and now coming into the Grand Temple of Skoder, the patron god of the Nalburundian Empire, the god of glory and battle. It is at the altar, each of you facing Hierophant Thaine, as he has... Thaine?
Yeah.
I've got bad handwriting. Hierophant Thaine. As he raises before you a ceramic pitcher, and has announced to each of you that to be saved from the affliction that is sweeping the city, you must simply proclaim your allegiance to the Empire and to the gods, and drink. He stands before you and he just looks to each of you, face to face.
I'll step forward and
He holds him.
to the Empire.
Drink. Be saved.
Take a normal sized drink.
He takes it back. Make a perception check.
Not based on vision, right?
Not based on vision. This is...
That would be a 9.
9. It tastes just... It's room temperature, just still water. And you drink from it, and you don't feel any different. You don't feel changed, but the Hierophant nods to you and he takes it back. He goes, "Who's next to make the pledge and drink?" The woman steps from the side and she, "Hierophant Thaine, please, if I could have a moment of your attention." Turns and goes, "I'm tending the flock." And she goes, "Understood, but this is important. Please, it should just be a moment." He nods, he sets the pitcher down in front of you and goes, "I'll return shortly." And she pulls him away and begins whispering something to him.
Can I try and just snag a handful out of it?
Sure. Are you trying to be sneaky about it, or just...
Yeah, very.
Okay, give me a stealth or a sleight of hand check.
A sneaky handful of liquid.
That's exactly my thought.
Sneaky handful of liquid.
Oh, not too bad, actually. 17 and 3 is 20.
20. Okay. There aren't any clergy members that are immediately nearby you, and the Hierophant has had his attention kind of pulled to the side. Go ahead and make a perception check as you drink, but He nods.
15 and 5 is 20.
20. Yeah, it just tastes like water. In the back of it, though, kind of as it washes across the back of your tongue, you get this odd irony taste, like this mineral metallic iron, like penny, like it tastes like a penny to you.
Okay.
Or it tastes like a copper piece. How's that? He nods, and Hierophant, after a few moments of this talking, steps back up and goes, "I apologize." And he takes the vase and puts it underneath the altar. He goes, "I trust, given the time you've spent in the city, you'll be fine. Attend the sermon tomorrow and drink. I have something I must attend to." And he just kind of kind of brushes you off, the woman that had got his attention following close behind, and he begins walking out just through the middle of the temple.
Olive is gonna lean towards Talon and say, "Follow him."
Right. I guess I'll kind of try to nonchalant walk my way back through the church.
All right, so for this first, I need a stealth check. This is not your ability to hide in the shadows, but just trying to not make it clear that you're immediately breaking away from your group to follow the Hierophant.
Can I tail Talon to A, join him, and B, help it look like he's not just breaking away from the group?
Yes, you can either roll independently and we'll take the higher of your 2 scores, or you can give him advantage.
I'll roll myself.
Okay.
I got 18.
What did you get? 18?
15.
Okay, so we'll give you guys an 18. You take a second, so you let him get most of the way out before the two of you break away from the group and kind of start casually following. You make it out the front door and catch him as he's wearing big white trailing robes. You kind of catch one of them kind of flicking down an alleyway to the side, just making his way through the town a short ways, just a short way. But you begin to follow. He doesn't go too far. He goes maybe a block away, and you see he and the priestess that had gotten his attention have approached kind of the central well to the town. And he looks around. He's speaking to a guard very briefly, who then reaches down and opens the a hatch next to this large well, which is again 10 feet across. It's a sizable well. Before he and the priest both descend down, to which the guard shuts it and then kind of takes a spot standing right next to that same access hatch.
They descend down the well?
There's a manhole opening next to it that they were able to open up with a ladder that they climbed down.
So we're not talking like a bucket well.
Yeah, this is a huge, there are buckets and ropes and stuff, but this is a large, 10 feet across, public water source. Yeah, a large cistern.
Okay.
Well,
and you see a couple people that are lowering buckets and drawing them up. Several people talking, filling larger basins, and
I'm just originally sitting here thinking that he climbed into a little bucket and lowered himself down. So
there's a manhole cover that opens and lowers down. Anybody that needs to get down and maintain the lower portions of the well.
Would we know? I'm gonna assume that that's not a common thing to see people do, right? To physically enter the well.
Yeah, not so, a couple people you see have kind of given it odd looks, but more so because it's a church member, but nobody's really paying a whole lot of attention. The church and the government are fairly well intertwined.
Sure.
And so,
what's the plan, bro?
I don't think we're gonna get down that well without causing some trouble.
You want trouble? We could do trouble.
I mean, I'm not saying we should, but we're gonna have to take out that guard if we're gonna do this. Or we could also get everybody else, we know where they went, and do this at night.
Tez like slowly starts to reholster his gun that he was pulling out. Yeah, night's probably best, right?
Yeah, just kind of surprised to see him go down there in the middle of the day, but I mean, I feel like we're gonna be missing something, but we don't know how many people are down there.
Would we know of any other, like, it's a whole system. It's got to be a whole system, right? Would we know of any other places to enter said system? Other wells, other entrances?
You've probably, like, traveling through the city, you've probably seen a couple other smaller wells. This is the largest one, but I don't know that any of you would be intimately familiar with the water system of Lakeside.
Yeah, probably fair.
I mean, we could maybe ask that guard why the Hierophant's going down bottom.
Or money. They like money, right?
Yeah. Do you have any?
No, not really, no.
Well, I mean, let's head over to the well and just see if we can hear anything.
I'll walk over with him.
Okay.
Want to keep an ear out for people talking about the fact that he went down there, or anything we can hear from the well itself.
From the well itself. Yeah, give me perception checks.
Is the door locked?
No, it's like a metal like grate that just slides into place.
15.
It would cause a lot of ruckus to open, right?
15.
Yeah.
A couple people, like, as you're walking past, that you hear being like, it's odd to see such a high-ranking member of the church. Like, why did he go down there? Is there something wrong with the water, you think? What? Normally, they send somebody else to check on if there's any contaminant that needs cleansed or anything, right? And yeah, like a bunch of just mutterings and whisperings about just being odd, again, that such a high-ranking official has gone into a maintenance hatch to do something. From the well itself, you kind of peer over and you see about 20 feet down. It opens up into a larger cistern than just the access point you have, and you see water like rushing in from two sides, both kind of from the direction of the lake itself.
Gotcha.
Back at the temple, really quick. It's been a few minutes since these two left. Are the three of you doing anything in particular, or would you just?
Follow them.
Tez is, or not Tez. Why the fuck did I say that? Guy, dude. He's gonna go check out, like, if there's nobody like within the immediate vicinity. He's gonna try and see if he can sneak a peek at that. What was it, like a goblet or whatever?
Yeah, it was like a big ceramic vase. Yeah, we're just trying to give me a stealth check. We're just trying to.
Oh, yeah, I'm good at that.
Are you just trying to take a look at it, right?
Yeah, I'm just taking
Yeah,
a look.
this is pretty low.
Stealth, you say 14? 14.
14. Yeah, that's enough. You kind of casually lean up against the steps leading up to the altar and crane your neck out a little bit, and you can see, yeah, get a little extra turtle. Yeah, and it is a plain stone, like ceramic base or pitcher that seems to be just shy of being full to the brim with clear looking water. There's a few like religious tomes and stuff also set behind the altar that you think members of the clergy would read from at times when giving like conducting mass. That's like a Catholic thing, but Yeah, equivalent.
Worship.
Yeah, conducting the daily worship.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing that stands out about the base itself.
Okay. Is there anybody nearby?
There's like I mentioned, when you came in, there were a bunch of the warrior priests that were training and wrestling and fighting with each other, but nobody in the immediate vicinity.
I just tap him with guidance. I just see the wheels turning.
Oh, I'm gonna need it.
I'm gonna hand him a small one of my little like tincture bottles.
Stop. Oh. All right, dude. Got it. Okay.
Is that
I think we're
live?
back.
Welcome back to Easy Dispel, where it's easy to stream and we do it wrong anyways. We just had some minor technical difficulties. We are coming back in where Tez is punching Talon in the face.
I think I did punch him in the face.
Yeah, I think you have successfully
With a
punched him in
19.
the face. How much damage does your unarmed strike do?
None. It's
Okay.
1 minus 1. I have a -1 strength.
So, Talon, I'm going to need you to roll a performance check to see how well you sell this and if you're picking up on what Tez is putting down.
It's a 17 with a -1 for a 16.
16? Okay. To nearby onlookers, it looks like your turtle friend just sucker punched you in the face.
Fuck, you brought turtles are people too.
Ow, what the fuck, man?
No,
I'm just
no,
gonna,
you
like-
gotta,
Lean over and like start crying on the ground. I
the,
don't know.
the guard immediately walks over and is like, "Hey, we gonna have a problem here, sir?" He's
No.
looking to between the two of you.
no problem, bro.
Looks to you on the ground. Do I need to step in? He like kneels. Are you okay? He like whispers. Are you okay?
Look, can you just like take me to the nearest fucking place to get my nose fixed? Oh shit.
He just kind of looks and he goes, "We just kind of deal with that. That's you can go to the church and have a look at it, but
Well, can you like? I can't see, man. My eyes are blurry. Can you like
this
at
is
least
really
walk me
embarrassing
in a
for
way?
you. He didn't hit you that hard." I'm gonna look. If you want me to arrest him, that's within my purview. But seriously, you're fine. He's like looking at you and like checking your face. He goes, were you even hit?"
As they're doing this whole thing, I'm actually just gonna turn around and jump into the well.
Okay.
Just imagine you like walking backwards and your shell hitting the rim and you just kind of like rolling back.
Yeah. Scuba diver in it.
Yep.
And that is a 2. So he's like, yeah, look, can you? And he, here's the weirdest fucking shift. Look, you're fine. And he like sits you up and kind of picks you up and just leans you, or not leans you, but like sets you on your butt. And he goes, "Take a second, breathe. I actually think it's good that you go to the church to maybe get some advice. If anybody could teach you to take a hit." He couldn't have. There's not even a mark on you.
Look, okay, maybe you're right. I'll go.
Splash.
But I didn't. But the Hierophant didn't. Isn't he? I thought I just saw him go this way.
The Hierophant's not the one that would take care of your
but-
boo-boo.
Doesn't he like lead the whole thing and teach people?
Look, the Hierophant
Why is he
has many
going down the
duties.
well anyway? Why do you?
He's seeing to something. City business. Go
All
see.
the guards are the same.
Go see
I'll
a
just
cleric
stand up and
about your
walk
boo
away.
boo. Man, what a dick! You just hear him mutter at you. Splashing into about 30 feet down into the large pool of water. It's easy enough for you to swim over to the ladder at the north end, but you find yourself in a large, somewhat turbulent pool. You see there's a drop of about 5 feet, and then water rushing in from 2 different sluice gates, kind of to the one to the southern end and one to the eastern side. And it is a large, a spacious room. You can see that it is well filled, but this is a cistern that is equipped to handle much more water than is currently being taken in. It is cold, it is clear, and make a perception check.
You got it. Perception. Ooh, not great. 12.
Water just feels like cold. You know when you get that like bone chilling cold, like this is feels like ice water and your skin's kind of turning reddish, just from the cold as you're there treading water.
It's a cistern, and being as what I just drank tasted very much like water, I'm also going to take a handful of just the cistern water and see if I can't detect that copper piece-ness.
Okay, give me a perception check with advantage where you're looking for something very specific.
14 or 14.
14. Yeah, a little bit. It's not quite as noticeable, but you get a little bit of a metallic taste.
Huh.
That's a little odd. Talon, as you're kind of walking away from the well up above, you see there's 2 women that kind of walk up, and they're talking to each other, and one of them throws a bucket into the well attached to a rope. Back down, you're taking a sip of water, and does an 18 hit you?
It does not, no.
That's just off the shell, just a bucket hits you in the back, just kind of bounces off without causing any harm.
While I'm down there, I would also like to look to see if there's probably not like moss or anything growing in a cistern, but a way to deduce which way our party has gone downward, because I assume they went down a tunnel.
They're the 2 tunnels that have the sluice gates, but if you're still treading water, you can't quite see like down either of them. You'd have to climb out.
Okay, and there's no signs of life in the chamber I'm in, right?
Not in in the water itself. It is perfect. It is crystal clear.
Okay, then I will climb out.
Yeah, it seems very well maintained.
Okay. Yeah, I'll climb out, and I'll actually take a peek down the one that goes east first.
Okay, let's go this east. It just kind of extends. There's the 5-foot path on either side of the water, which is a trench 5 feet across, looking 6 or 7 feet deep of this crystal clear water that's just flowing through. There's a couple spots of light where, like at the corner over here, there seems to be another small well with a rope kind of hanging from a bucket a few feet up.
And the holes that go up from there are turtle-sized, 5 feet across. Maybe?
Yeah, they'd be a much tighter fit.
Sure, for sure. Okay. And as I'm walking along, have I seen evidence of anybody having come this way, or?
Give me a survival check.
I'm okay at that. I'm average at that, 10.
Then it is a clean stone. I've used on our map here. It looks like mossy cobbles, but that was really just so we have a visual distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like smooth, clean stone. Give me a perception check.
That's 15.
15. Yeah, just rushing water. The occasional splash as a bucket echoes from, down one of the paths.
Huh.
We'll go back up above really quick because, Talon, as you've kind of made your way from the cistern back towards the church, at this point, this is enough time that you'll probably have run into Olive and Guy and Ratalia. And Ratalia's dog, whose name I don't know. I don't think we
Just-
gave her a name.
Just want to clarify, and you can re-roll on this if you want, if we need to roll this back, but I have been disguised this whole time.
Okay.
And I needed to recast that because I'm guessing we've come up close to an hour.
Yeah, we'll say recasting it was no problem. That's
Okay. I just didn't know with the interaction with the guard if that would have been a problem.
You would have been. You haven't been changing your appearance very dramatically. And again, he rolled a 1 on his perception check when I was seeing if he would notice Taz jumping in the well. So we're gonna say that carries through. He's was more concerned with the fact that you just went out like a sack of potatoes from what was the weakest punch that could have possibly been thrown.
Okay.
So you're good. At this point, you have kind of caught up with the rest of the group.
So Tez just like said I have to come back for him and then punched me in the face, and then I don't know what he was trying to do, but we made a little bit of a scene, and the guard thinks I'm a little weak now. He's in the well.
What's he doing in there?
He just said, you gotta trust me. I just need one thing from you. Come back for me tonight, bro. And then punched me in the face. I don't know what he was trying to do.
I love that we didn't preface this with the fact that the Hierophant went down the well. It's just that I went in the well.
Well,
Still,
where did the Hierophant go?
Did he hit
right,
you?
right. Sorry, just the Hierophant. There's a gate right next to the well, like to the ground, and he went down into there. So I'm assuming he's down in the well somewhere as well.
He went down in broad daylight?
Yeah, a couple people mentioned that was weird too, and I thought the same, but they just kind of brushed it off. So I don't know.
Should we follow or wait till tonight? We can't just let him be there by himself. I don't.
Well, that's the thing. We had literally just talked that we were gonna wait till tonight, and then he like changed his mind on the fly. I mean, guy, is this normal?
Yeah, the only thing that's not normal is somebody going down to one of his punches, dude. What the fuck?
Well, look, we'll talk about that later. Well, he's down there. I don't know. There's not a way for us to really get down there, like sneakily. There's a guard watching the gate the whole time. Tez just kind of like jumped down when I was trying to distract the guard from being. I want to preface this. Hurt. It didn't really hurt.
He what? Dude, you don't have to. It's fine, man. Like, you might have a weak constitution. It's fine, dude. Like, it's cool. It's cool.
Can we get some water from the well before we leave, and then we'll regroup and come find him tonight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey. Sorry. Here's this back too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I just need to not go there because I mean the guard might be weird if I show up again. But yeah, people are just throwing buckets over and bringing water up, so it should be fairly easy.
all right, I'll see if I can go get some. We'll meet back at the tavern.
Yeah.
Wait, what time is it?
It's like 4 in the afternoon.
Is it daylight savings time or like regular night? When is it gonna get dark?
You've got maybe 3 hours before the sun begins to set.
This feels weird, guys. This feels really weird. I don't know if I think we should go after him, but
I mean, do you have an idea of how to get past the guard? I mean, the only solution Tez and I thought about was to knock him out in broad daylight, which wasn't the greatest idea.
can we just try going down there and see if he does anything?
I mean, probably going to. I asked him why the Hierophant went down, and he said he's handling business and seemed to like try to redirect me elsewhere.
Okay. All right. Well, I suppose we can wait that 3 hours. Come on,
Tez,
lily pad.
have you continued down the path that you've selected?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I would like to do so sneakily.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Schnicke.
28.
28. Okay. That's I tossed a token out for you so you can tell me kind of where you're going. And I'll erase fog as necessary.
Let's go. Let's just go to the corner.
Yeah. And the path kind of extends down a ways before turning again. Give me another perception check.
Okay. Ooh, 21.
21. That kind of low roar of rushing water. You're listening and you realize that it has a rhythmic undertone. A deep, rumbling beat to it. That's not just water. Echoing from further down.
Oh, bro, I bet your guy could write a sick beat to this. I'll just continue on.
Okay. Continue as you see. That is a brush,
Yep,
not
cool.
an eraser. There's kind of a turn in the path where the water kind of loops, and there's a small chamber. A little bit farther down, you see a kind of another small number of buckets in just different spots. Look at the corners. That's not too many, but a few. And the path kind of extends further this way. See where it branches off. As you continue, it branches both to the east and west, and back in the direction you came, as well as farther down. And give me another perception check as you've gone this far.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. The roar, that kind of deep rumbling sound has grown a little bit louder beyond that of water. But you also hear voices, soft enough that you can't quite make out what they're saying.
And are they directional, or does it just kind of echo off the wall down here?
Directional. They come from the Western Passage, Eastern Passage. Is that right? That's Eastern Passage. And more importantly, they do seem to be growing closer.
Okay. And you said the channel here right next to me is A, flowing water, and B, 6 or 7 feet deep.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If that's the case, I will very quickly come up to just like the edge of the wall and see if I can't peek around to physically see anyone. And depending on what I see, dictates my next action.
And it's as you peek around the corner. A couple things. First, you notice that it seems to open up into a large passage at the end of the hall. But in the hall, walking kind of back in your direction, the Hierophant and the priestess that had grabbed him initially, kind of talking and making their way back towards you, the soft words they were saying coming louder. No, I don't know what could have caused it to begin stirring, but the slumber has taken hold again. We should be good for a time again. But doesn't it imply that there's something wrong with the ritual? There's nothing wrong with the ritual. It's held for weeks. It just needed administrations. And he's wiping his hands. And you see, like, as he's wiping, there's a large cut going down across his palm. He waves his hand over and he watches it like knits itself back closed, leaving a faint scar. As they continue walking.
I will climb down slowly into the water in the channel and just like on the very bottom, like wedge myself in between the two, and then move my body to the inside wall, so that if they were to see anything, maybe it would be an arm. But I'm 6 or 7 feet down in water.
You got a 28 on your
28 on myself.
Yeah, there's no way that they see you. They continue discussing, but you can no longer hear their words as they make their way up and around and out of your line of sight.
And I imagine it'd be hard to swim up this, so I'll actually just climb back out.
Okay.
And walk down into the cavern.
Okay, give me another stealth check really quick.
I said I was asleep. Oh God, no! 13.
13. As you pop around the corner, a fucking 2. There is
what I rolled.
A huge guy. Like he's medium in terms of the game map, but he is a large person, maybe about 6'7", and he's leaning against the wall, kind of watching, just standing guard. See, he has a long sword at his hip and a shield resting against the wall next to him, a massive, great shield. And you kind of poke around the wall, and his head snaps to look at you as you step back, and Hierophant.
I will not move until if I hear his feet moving, I will move.
Being down here gives me the creeps. You hear he kind of shuffles and leans back, sitting back in the chair that you'd see next to him.
Can I see anything out into this cavern?
Yes, let me see a line from. Oop, that is the paintbrush again. A line from you. It extends a deep pool. I think that kind of makes sense as a.
Yeah. Seems reasonable. And it's just clear water as far as the eye can see. And
clear water as far as the make a perception check for me.
19.
19. Mostly clear water. Notice in kind of nearing around here, there's an emerald green tinge to it. You see, there's also portions of the ceiling where, given your survival and perception, everything, is that you're under a portion of the lake. This part of the city comes up pretty close to the shoreline. Looking, you see where water is pooling on. Is it stalagmites that come off the ceiling? Water is pooling around those and dripping.
Yeah, stalactites.
Stalactites.
Yep.
Right, and M forms because M's forms a little mountain.
Yep.
T hangs down. But water is forming on these stalactites and dripping. That what seems to be filling this in this natural purification. But kind of towards the center, just outside of where you can see kind of this, not smoky, but when you drip another liquid into water and it kind of has that swirling effect before it dissipates and just kind of becomes part of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And it disappears if there's too much, there's more water than whatever's in it. It's kind of that effect. You catch these wisps that are just flowing through the water.
I will take that all in, and not wanting to alert my presence to anybody that's down here, I will gently climb back into the water, and I will swim with the flow back down to the cistern that I fell into originally.
Okay. And you giving it a couple minutes to let the Hierophant and the priestess make it ahead and out.
Right.
So you don't have to necessarily worry about them. It is, Vala, as you were making your way towards the well above, were you just planning on getting a bucket of water and...
Yep, just getting a little bit of water and putting it in a little tincture.
Okay.
And I should specify, I'm going to be laying at the bottom of the pool, or most of the way down, and like staring up to see if I see anybody's face that I recognize.
Okay. So how long you were doing that? It'll take a little bit because while as you kind of recover a bucket of water, you hear the great shift, and the guard like, Hierophant, you've returned. Is everything okay? It is, child. Nothing to be worried about. Simply worried about something contaminating the water coming from the lake. A false alarm. But, and he's kind of speaking loudly so the people around can hear, it is my duty to protect the people of my flock, and as such, I checked myself. There's no effort that can be spared by the church to care for its people. And the guard like nods and bows as the Hierophant and his priestess turn and start making their way back towards the temple. You get your little tincture of water. And it's at this point that you look, as you're setting the bucket back on the edge of the well, you just see Tez's face like bloop, bloop, from the center of the well.
I think he's just going swimming, so I'm just getting confused. But I'm gonna slyly give him a little wave and put the bucket back.
Okay. And I guess we can fast forward till if there's anything anybody wants to do, feel free to let me know. But otherwise, 4 of you are able to meet easily at the tavern. It's only Tez we got to figure out. Are you waiting until nightfall and somebody comes to get you?
I'll wait until it gets dark, and if nobody's thrown me a rope at that point, I'll go try the door.
Okay.
When we go to the tavern, I want to do a medicine check on the water that we got from the temple and the water we got from the well.
Okay. Go ahead, give me 2 medicine check. Give me 1. Let's do 1 medicine check first. This is kind of overall.
14.
14. They are very similar. You look for some of the normal signs you're used to, and you don't see any signs of poison. There's no, they're both clear. With a 14, you have eliminated poison, essentially, by getting more out of it without.
But I can tell there's a difference between the two. There's something.
Yeah, there is something different between the two of them, but you're just not sure what.
Okay.
It's give me an Arcana check as well.
5.
Yeah, that's there's something different. You know that neither are poisoned, but you're not sure what it could be. Okay. The other 3 of you, anything you're doing?
Look, go ahead. I was gonna say I don't know how we're gonna get him back up. I don't think he can go through the door, but I mean I can't pull him up.
Well, and if we're gonna go down there, I need to figure out what to do with this dog. So I try to find. Do we have rooms in this tavern or something?
Yeah, that's you have rooms that have been bought and paid for.
Okay, so I go in my room and Ratalia goes in the room, sets up a bed, and then get some food.
Guy would be playing with the dog for sure.
For
sure, dude.
And then I'm gonna try to find somebody that I can give money to check on the dog while we're gone.
I'd be happy to check on your dog. That's how much are you giving him? The bartender himself is like, sure.
I'll give him a gold.
All right, just check on him.
Make sure he's okay, safe, and I don't know.
That's implied. When you check on it, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, look, something's attacking the dog. Cool, I'll shut it for a gold piece.
I'm giving you a gold piece because it's important to me.
keep it fed and happy
Thank you.
till you come back.
Okay.
You gotta pets the dog who's trying to play with Guy. Yeah, she's doing the thing where she like lifts up her back right leg and just like doesn't put a whole lot of pressure on it. It's just like the age thing. Like it just her hips are a little. She's old, an old dog,
Little baby.
but she's still playing.
So
Tongue lolling out of the side of her mouth the whole time.
while we're playing, ritually, I'd like to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Love it.
Turtle talk.
And the first thing I'm going to do is boy or girl? First
Girl.
off.
Girl.
Who's a good girl?
Oh, is it me? I think it's me.
It's you. You're a good girl.
Can we play a little slower?
Yeah, we could play a little slower.
Nice sit. This is nice. I haven't been
Yes,
able
you-
to play in a while.
Does your leg hurt?
Hey, not as bad as this morning. The nice lady did the thing, and a lot of. I just feel better. I feel good. I feel like a good girl.
That's a good girl, dude.
The leg starts twitching as you scratch her.
What do you like to be called?
Hi, good girl. Good girl works.
Good girl. All right.
Dog, that one, the sick one, the scruffy. Thus, I've been called that. Get rid of it soon.
Okay. How about
Uh,
we stick with good girl, huh?
oh,
You like
that-
good girl?
I like good girl. I'm a good girl. They,
Okay.
I don't know what the other names were, but they did point at me a lot and would call me that.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's cool. Oh, yeah. What is your name?
Guy?
Okay, I know lots of guys
Oh,
and girls. Do you know lots of guys and girls?
I do, dude.
That just rolls over. He goes, will you pet my
Some
belly?
Belly rubs, belly rubs, belly rubs. Yeah, dude.
What is anybody else doing?
I'm just watching this, and then I'm like, okay, well, how are we gonna get from outside of the well to the inside? Do we need to go to the well? Like, what is?
I mean, it looked like it was heading towards the lake, so maybe there's an entrance over there. But like, I mean, the water is rushing in pretty heavy. I'm not that well of a good of a swimmer to swim back through that current. Other than the door, I think the only option is to pull him up, and we're gonna have to take the guard out then too.
Why couldn't we get him through the door? I think we could distract the guard somehow.
I can make a big old fog cloud.
That could be useful.
I think the door is the easiest way out. All right, so just distract the guard.
Yeah, so we'll have the fog come in.
Yep.
Make
But
it
does he know when to come out?
We're gonna have to look for him when we get there.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
what kind of a distraction do we want to make? It looks like he didn't care much about you getting punched.
no, we're gonna have to get him away from the gate. That's all I know. Cause some trouble in some way. Or, I mean, you're pretty good at catching an eye.
Did he have a ring?
Did I see a ring? I don't think I saw a ring.
Did you notice?
I didn't look for anything. No. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I guess we can play the honeypot. I need to find something to need help with, though.
Dog's got mad hops, Lucy. That was so high.
Yeah. I got distracted. What about
Damn it!
honeypots?
I didn't see. Oh, there we go.
What?
I mean, maybe
Oh.
maybe you can cry for help from the alley or something.
I mean, do we have any guards that are any closer? I don't want to attract any others. I just want to get him away and semi-quietly without getting too much attention.
Did we see any other guards? Really?
That square seemed to have one guard. That's you didn't notice anything else. You don't know if it changes at night.
Okay. I mean, seemed like it was only one.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe, all right. So let's make a loud sound. And then silence for a few minutes. And then I'll call out for help. So it'll seem like something happened. And then his curiosity will be piqued to begin with. And he won't be able to stand not coming and seeing. Yes?
We could do that. I could also inflict wounds, and I'd be like, "He's got the plague," and then everybody runs over there, and then we run down there. I like your idea better.
I just want to clarify because you would know inflict wounds is just like rends the person. It doesn't actually inflict any like illness.
Oh.
It just does a lot of damage to the individual. It just like
Okay.
it's the inverse of cure
wounds.
like cure wounds.
Oh,
Instead of
I like your
knitting the skin back together, you tear it apart.
Be very clear that I had done something to it. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
Eviscerate this guard.
Just, I thought you were just pitching killing the guard, which is an option. But you're like, we could just inflict wounds.
I would say if we can't distract him, then we take him out.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's
All
getting
right.
dark.
Sounds like
Yeah.
let's try.
Okay.
Do we need a loud noise? I have loud noises.
Yes,
So-
if you can make something, anything that sounds like breaking or crashing or something like that.
What about shatter?
I'm good at breaking stuff.
Oh. We could actually break something. Yeah.
Tez, was that roll for anything in particular that you want to do?
I didn't roll.
Oh, sorry, I just popped up on my screen that you got a 20 on a sleight of hand. So I just wanted to make sure that was acknowledged.
Was not intentional.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I can do shatter, which is this sounds like something's breaking. And causes
works.
damage to those around me.
Yeah, not to those around you. It's an
okay.
AoE that you can place wherever you want.
Okay.
But given that you know how to cast Shatter, you
Mhm.
could create just a large sound. Like you're familiar with sound magic. If you were just wanting to make a loud noise.
I just.
Is-
What?
I was gonna ask: are there guards at the other wells that we see, the smaller wells?
The smaller wells, like walking past, not really. They're just like kind of in the center of the street, every couple 100 feet, where people can go get water. This is just like the main access.
And where, if we were to walk around and see, how far away would be the closest well, like number of feet from the main well?
From the main well, about 60 feet away.
Let's make the sound come from the well area, from the small well, and I'll run over and say, "Help! Something's coming out of the well."
Okay. All right. I go do that.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna disguise myself as we get closer to look like Akron.
Okay. And just so I'm aware, Tez, all day, have you just been like paddling around in the main part of the cistern, being a turtle?
Yeah, just being a turtle. I'll hang out for like an hour on the bottom of the cistern, and then get up and get out because the water's real cold, and just hang out for a bit, and then go dive some more. And
Do me a
But-
favor and make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Shit.
Oh, it's 10.
10. Okay. Nothing awful has happened if you only had spent an hour, but you notice, like, after you get out for the first time, like, pieces of your outer layer of skin are, like, drying out, and, like, parts of your shell are beginning to, like, flake off,
I'll stay out of the water
something's-
after that.
corroding you almost.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like the lake back home, bro. Did I get a chance to check the door after the sun went down?
Yeah, it's at this point the sun is starting to get low that you can walk over to, like, climbing up the ladder and seeing if the grate opens up. You mean?
Yeah, is it unlocked? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just weight. It shifts relative. Like, it's a little difficult with your -1,
Sure.
but it shifts.
And can I open it far enough to like see out?
Give me a strength check.
No is probably the answer here. Not a strength saving throw, just a strength check. 2.
2.
Yes, little turtle.
A tiny bit. You can make a perception check at disadvantage because you're like you're pressing that soft spot of your head, and
Yeah.
it's a heavy metal, like, manhole cover.
18 at disadvantage.
18 disadvantage. You can go. You can push it up a little bit, just in time to hear. So you go, huh, and a foot hit the top of the grate and, like, shove it back into place.
Oh, bro.
Shifts sometimes. You hear stump, stump, stump.
Well, I guess I'm stuck down here.
Right, I guess we'll make our way over.
As the group approaches the main well, you see there is a different guard than you saw earlier. That's the shift. It had changed out at some point. It's a bald man, kind of ill-kempt armor, but he has a scruffy, short beard that looks like, instead of, like, trimming it, he just, when it grows too long, he kind of grabs a fistful and just cuts it off. Whatever that is. So it's just a flat-bottomed, ratty beard. There are, like, 1 or 2 other people that kind of approach, drop a well in, pull water out, and leave with little to no attention from the guard himself. He's just kind of leaning against the edge of that cistern well, 2 or 3 feet away from the manhole cover.
I'll just kind of walk up because I'm assuming everybody else is getting ready for the distraction.
Mhm.
I'll just kind of look over, just kind of near him, and just. Has anybody ever fallen in there?
Yeah, more frequently than anyone wants to talk about, but we fish him out pretty quick as he stomps on the well, and he's like, "There's a ladder under this. Then they'll get back out if they need to. Prefer not to, swimming in people's drinking water is not, kindness to thy neighbor,
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, that's why we didn't used to keep a guard here. It was more recent, but teenagers, things they think is funny. My recommendation is drink from the wells closer to the lake. This is better suited for washing and chores. Everything floats down to this point.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say why that's strange, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it all got a bit better. A couple weeks ago, the church put some call them purification rituals in the pools.
Oh.
That they say just keeps all the gunk out, shuffles it off to the gods nowhere.
Wonder if that's doing its job. Seems like a lot of people getting sick.
Are there? I heard of a couple folks, but I mean, still better than it was before. A couple people's eyes pop, that's one thing, but a bunch of people shit themselves to death. You know which one I'm choosing.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
It's just the world we live in, brother.
Yeah.
And then about at that point, Val is gonna come running over, I'm assuming, or sorry, shatter. Yeah? And then Vala's gonna give a scream and then run over towards the other guard and be like, help, help, there's something coming out of the well.
Shit, this never happens. And he, watch this for me. And he looks at you, Talon, and
you got it.
runs towards Vala and goes, show me where.
That one. And I'm gonna, like, start heading with him, but let him get ahead of me.
He goes, no, don't follow, little Miss Lady. I've got this. You go to the other guards and tell them that they're needed. And he draws his sword and kind of begins rushing away down the street towards the other well.
I'm gonna immediately, as he like takes off, look around, see if anybody, like any other guards, are around.
Or any people.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Not in the immediate vicinity. That's
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to pull the grate back.
It's like one of those pull filters. You pull it over.
give me a strength check. It is a pretty low DC. I was 2 is beneath it.
Oh my god. Well, 6.
6 is enough. It was a DC of 5. It's difficult, but you lift it and are able to like duck walk it back and drop it on the side against the stones, exposing the stair. And looking down, I imagine you see Tez looking up at you.
Hey, bro.
Hey, Tez, come on. Don't ask the questions. Just come on.
Wasn't gonna, and I'll just climb out.
Wasn't good.
I'm just saying
Climb
that
out.
because I do not look familiar to you right now. So.
Oh.
That wouldn't stop me at all.
The two of you managed to push the manhole cover back on pretty quickly and make a break for it.
Okay. All right, so we get out of here.
Yeah, I say we meet back at the tavern.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. We'll fast forward very quick and dirty. That's but you're back at the tavern. A few patrons that are there because it's pretty late, but you know, drunks know no boundaries. They're just sitting at the tables, a couple of them drinking, but you get some relative privacy and are all back together again.
Dude, Tez. We need to wax your shell, dude. What the heck?
Dude, check it out, bro. And I'll like just peel off a top layer of skin.
Ugh,
Like an
maybe
old
some
sunburn.
moisturizer too, dude.
Something in the water, bro. It's just, it's nasty.
Seeing that, I am going to cast Detect Poison and Disease on him. And see if that gives me any different results than just a medicine check.
Yeah, so it's what your medicine check, you did not like find any traces of poison, but you get a magical sense of poison. There is the concept of poison, almost as though it's been enchanted somehow. Like that's that same kind of resonance. Like a poison dagger would give you the same feeling, like a dagger that magically inflicts poison, where like your medicine checks for like medicinal alchemical poisons
Wouldn't have. Okay.
but you do get kind of but no disease, just poison.
It seems like you've been poisoned.
No,
The magical
I feel
poison.
fine, bro. It's just a little peely. Probably because the water's so cold down there, right? It's nothing like the lakes back home.
I mean, I can't imagine cold making your shell. Like, I don't know much about
Real cold,
turtles,
bro.
but like,
Doesn't seem right.
I feel fine.
let's head up to the rooms and talk about what we found. and I'll just go
Cool.
up to the barkeep and grab a few drinks. And
Okay. Yeah,
Fine with
that's good bottles. We won't worry too much about it. Maybe let's call it a gold.
Okay.
Just for ease.
and
Get to your
when we,
rooms.
when we get there, I'm just gonna. Tez, what? So what's down there? The guard just a minute ago was talking about the church was doing like a purification thing because the water's dirty.
Yeah, so like if you go like way back in there, right? There's like it goes to a lake, just like big ass lake, right? And there was a bro there with a big old shield, and he was like checking it out and keep an eye on it. But like I couldn't really like get in there or anything. But like way off in the distance, right, is like this emeraldy thing in the water, and it's super like shiny, and like it's kind of like it looked like it was leaking some shit out of it, right? And that's pretty much it. That's all I can see really.
Did you run into the Hierophant or?
Yeah, they were walking back, and they said something about something went back to sleep, and then he had like a cut on his hand, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know much about magic, but that sounds like a ritual of sorts, right?
I'd
Yes.
agree.
Sure, bro.
I mean, so clearly something's being done to the water. We know that. What do we do?
I think we
Well,
have to figure out what this green thing is.
I'm like, is the green thing doing the bad stuff to the water, or is the Hierophant doing the bad stuff to the water?
Yes, because
That's asking the right question.
if he's trying to stop the green thing from poisoning the water, then that actually might be something we don't want to stop.
Ugh. Hopefully it's not a giant booger, dude.
Was green, could have been.
Gross.
Nasty,
You're
right?
swimming in boogers.
Oh, and that explains like the peely, right? Like it looked like a booger.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
That's why you guys keep us around, right?
Yes, for your
Figuring
intelligence.
it all out.
Well, I mean, we got to figure that out. But I think Olive and I have something that we need to tell you guys if we're going to keep working together.
Are you sure?
Allergic to boogers?
I mean, we need them. They should know.
You do need people to trust. We are not who you think we are. Rutalia, I know we told you we were part of the resistance, but we are the resistance. I'm the lost princess.
Who lost you?
The royal family.
Oh. What?
So the princess that's been going around telling people how great the Empire is, she's a plant.
False.
She's a plant?
Sorry, literal.
Oh my god.
She's not the princess.
She just said she was the princess,
Oh,
bro. The lost
so-
one.
Wait a minute. Hold
No.
on.
All right.
So the princess, there's a plant?
No, okay, let's start over.
Imposter. Griffith's saying it's an imposter.
Yes, the princess that is going around telling everybody how great things are is an imposter.
So it's really a plant in disguise.
No.
Yes.
The-
Is she
Yes. The
flowering?
plant
or
in
like a
disguise.
leafy
Oh
She's-
my god.
She is an evil plant in disguise?
I have so many questions.
We
How
don't
does
have the
plant
answers.
Talk.
We don't have the answers.
Isn't she supposed to be like rooted? How does she move?
Magic.
Why does she have petals?
Oh yeah.
Magic.
That's the skirt. That's what her petals are.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Natalia's using this botanical discovery to hide the fact that she's holding her ring and is very concerned now. So
Oh, that's great. Why do we care that she's a plant?
We don't care that she's a plant. We care that she's not the real princess. We care that she's going
Okay.
around spreading lies, saying that the princess believes in this regime that has been bolstered.
And
that
you're the not plant princess.
I am
And
the
that
real
princess is a
princess.
plant.
I am the princess that was lost.
All right.
Sure.
So then we just gotta say, hey, that's not the real one, and they take you back,
no,
right?
No, so you guys have seen the wanted posters, right?
Oh yeah.
Big numbers there, bro.
We can't just say those things. Because
Oh
Because
right.
they think they are saying that I'm not the real princess. And the reason they're doing that is because they want to capture me and bring me back.
So all we have to do then is get both of you in the same room and then just switch you out.
oddly, that's not the worst idea.
Yeah.
Hey,
See? That's two in one day, bro.
that's
We got
right,
the booger,
man.
we got the plant princess. Two
That's
for two.
right, dude. You just call me Big Brain from now on.
Okay, big
Fine.
brain. Big brain, good girl.
Good girl. Big Brain,
Oh.
good girl. Yeah, it's a Big Brain, good girl.
she's a good girl.
As the spell fades off and it just turns into just back into the old dog like grumble.
Oh, I'm ritually casting again.
Just constantly. Okay.
Okay, so we got it like plant princess, real princess that's was lost, not lost now, because like you're here, right? And what else?
Well, we are working to overthrow the current government.
That's
Cool.
yeah. Okay, it's a good girl.
So,
Big
Ah.
plans.
Overthrow the government. Overthrow.
And we're going to need your help.
Very good. I mean, so if we are helping you, then that kind of means that we're not. Huh.
I mean, you weren't in the best of graces with the law already, right?
Well, I mean, nobody
One
remembers
goof.
that though, right, dude? Like, well, it wasn't even our goof. It was the dude just was. Anyway,
You were used, right? By the government. You were
I mean, yeah, if you want to put it that way, yeah, we were.
I guess kind of, but it was just like the dude, right? Like it wasn't like the
Yeah, it wasn't
man.
like.
It was just
yeah, it wasn't
one
like-
little
Yeah, it was the
asshole,
dude.
right?
It wasn't the man. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's the dude, not the man. So, but I'm down to help you out. Like I'm not
Yeah, for sure.
not from here. I'm not a Nalby.
Talia?
Good girl sits up and looks up at you, Tez. Bark not for freedom. Or bark not for masters, but for freedom.
Woof 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 woof. Yeah, woof woof woof.
Oh, yeah, pretty good. Good girl has a good point, don't you, good girl?
Go girl. Gigi. Can we call her Gigi? Good girl, right?
What do you think? Do you like Gigi?
GG works.
No, I mean, Ratalia, that's up to you. You technically brought her here, so it was.
My little Gigi Hadid. Oh, she's so cute.
Nuzzle at you. Oh. She looks up and Guy, you're the one that understands it, but she immediately like looks up and she goes, "The true pack is bound by consent, not coercion." She like nuzzles against, dropping some doggy anarchist quotes. Anarchist dog wisdom.
I love it.
I'm gonna
She
look
flops
over.
over and like curls up on Retalia's feet and like does the whole like
Oh, sweet
it's like
baby.
flop sideways, or she's kind of half propped up by your legs.
I'm gonna just look over at Ratalia since we haven't really heard from her, and just try to get a read on body language, and at the same time ask, "Are you willing to help us?"
Can I assist him on insight?
Yeah.
Okay. Or how? Okay. Does he get advantage, or do we both roll?
Whichever one you'd prefer. You can either
We
both
should-
roll, or one of
roll.
you can have advantage.
Yeah,
Both
we should
roll.
both roll because I have advantage on insight and
Okay.
things.
I got a 12. So
I got 12 plus 10 is 22.
22. Okay. Ratalia, before you roll, what do you say? What do you?
I'm here to help you.
Give me either persuasion or deception, whatever the roll might be. Go ahead and roll that. Just give us the number. Don't tell us what it is that you rolled.
Oh, that's interesting.
17.
17.
I believe her.
So they rolled higher. How true is that statement that you're here to help? So Vala is the one that pierces this.
Very, or not. Sorry. What's the question?
How true is that statement that when you're saying that you're here to help them?
60%.
60% true. So Vala, Ratalia feels like she's there to help you, but with this kind of coming out,
Reservation.
she seems has uncomfortable.
I think it might be time for us to roll to bed and discuss this further in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
When Talon and Olive go to bed, I have something. So if
Yeah,
anyone else has anything.
yeah. There's
I think
more.
we're to Raven and Vala, right?
Oh yeah,
technically-
Raven and
yeah,
Vala.
No
I didn't
names
say.
have been
We
said.
didn't
Oh,
say
right.
anything.
They haven't
We
said
did
the
not
news.
say.
Okay.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
So
So yeah, the two of you
So I think-
breaking off on your own.
we're in our room now.
Ree breaks off to go to bed. The two of you, yeah, whatever you want to talk about first.
Ratalia is not 100% on board.
I mean, she
I can
seemed.
tell.
I mean, you're better at these than I am.
She has reservations. I'm gonna go talk to her tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. It was a lot. There's a lot of information to just take in. I figured we'd have the other two. I mean,
Down
They're
for the
pretty-
ride?
yeah.
Big brained.
I think you talking to her would be great. Can you help me with something?
Anything.
And I'm gonna pull out a small dagger. Not anything sexual, a small dagger.
David and I were already giggling. First, can you help me with something?
Oh shit!
Anything. Oh! I pull out a small dagger. Oh!
So it's supposed to be a serious thing. Okay.
Sorry.
And I'm gonna hand her the dagger. And I'm gonna clasp my hair into a ponytail. Can you cut this?
Why?
I can't just disguise myself every time we go out. I have to change what I look like.
We could make you look like a girl. I don't
I know
want you
I'm
to have to
feminine,
cut your
but-
hair. That's not
Look,
it.
it's our only option. My face is everywhere. Or my description, at least.
All right.
I'll just turn and let her cut it.
Okay.
And for anybody that doesn't know anything about elf lore, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. And yeah, it's tough. And Volley does a good job giving you a nice haircut. So that it looks good at least. Doesn't just look like you pulled up into a ponytail and somebody ran a dagger through it. Because
Right.
we've all seen those videos on the internet.
Yeah. And then I'll just do whatever I can with ink or something to change it black.
Yeah. I'll say easy enough to go through and or at least temporary dye until you can get something a little bit better.
Use the dye I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ink and oil, get the Rudy Giuliani dye going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll go-
Before you go over to Ratalia, Taz and Guy, is there anything you were doing? Or are you just going to bed?
Shit, dude. I mean, so we need to wax out your shell, dude. Like it's bad.
Okay, and then so Vol goes over to
Give it
Ratalia.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. Sorry. Continue.
Give it like a day, bro. I don't want to be like chunking away at it. Just like, let's see how it goes tomorrow, and after that,
Dude, we
we'll
got-
shine her up.
Just a little bit of wax, dude. Just a little bit, just to protect it from the sun. All right.
Dude, it's like real brittle at the moment. Just like one day, tomorrow morning.
Fine, I'll be soft with it.
Vol, this is what you hear as you're walking past the portal's rooms. Until Ratalia, you hear, tapping at your door. You and Gigi, the potentially temporarily named Gigi.
I'm like at the window, thinking about sneaking out. I'm like, oh shit. We go open the door. Hello?
Can I come in?
Yes.
Their nervousness. So I'm gonna come in and sit down. So tell me what you really think.
I think being around you is dangerous.
It is. I won't lie.
I don't know if I can continue.
That's all right. You've been incredibly helpful, and I care about you as a person. But I will not make you do anything you do not want to.
That's the thing. I think the Empire will make me do something.
You know that the path that I'm walking is going to be dangerous. It's going to be difficult. There may be things that you don't want to do. But I know you know that the Empire will do the same. Maybe we can find something for you to do that isn't in my direct path. Place for you to be safe.
Yeah. I'm. That may be the best option. I'm just. This ring. This ring has hold over me.
The ring?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more.
Just know that I can't be taken alive. The Empire, if it's a ring for spies. I can't. If I'm around you when they activate it, I can't. I might turn against you, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
Bertalia,
when they'll be. Yeah.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit. I'm gonna do that on the thing. 8.
You know in this moment you have said too much.
It's a lot of dice.
You take 51 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
Your eyes, your nose, your ears begin to bleed as the gaze takes effect. And you know, if you say more on this topic, if you go into more detail, you may fully enact the gaze.
So as I start to see her eyes and her nose bleed, I am going to Natalia, run over and grab her and cast. Where's one of my healing word?
Just like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Ah.
There are two things I would like to make abundantly clear. Rutalia, you're aware this is happening, but you don't know when this was put on you. You feel it is a gut instinct that it is a response to you giving out secrets that you shouldn't. The second thing I would like to make clear is, Vala, you have seen this before.
Okay.
This is something done to the feathers of the Valkyrie. The network that operates under the Order of Valkyrie. Not a full-fledged member. But this is something your mother started.
Okay.
Ratalia, you know if you try to give more details on exactly what you were just trying to, you will die.
I can't. Vala.
Don't speak. And I cast healing word for do the thing. 17 healing. You need to leave. You know.
Yes.
You know what that is. I know what that is. You don't have to speak about it. But you can't be here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like wipe the blood off of her cheek from what came out and give her like another hug.
You hug her back.
Keep yourself safe, whatever you have to do. Whatever.
I could do that.
And then I'm gonna let go and turn away and walk out the door.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna grab Gigi and breathe for a minute. And gather my stuff and just walk out the tavern.
Vala being the only one who currently knows what happened. Ratalia and Gigi make their way out of the tavern, off into the night. The rest of the party doesn't see this. But Ratalia, you make maybe a mile out of the city before a figure steps out of the darkness. A young woman, and she holds in her hands a glass orb, and she looks at it. She goes, well. It hardly took her a week to get you to warm up to her. My sister has such a warm heart to lost puppies. Come with me. And Victoria, the mind of the Valkyrie, begins to weave a magic circle around you. And Gigi. Before shadows encompass you and take you somewhere.
Well,
I thought for sure you were gonna kill the dog right there after you said to lost puppies, and I was about to lose my crap.
I'm not gonna just execute a dog like
On
that.
screen.
Yeah, but evil sister. Whew.
I think that is, I mean, we can play for a little bit longer, but I think that's a good stopping point. We're going to be coming back next week with just a couple of us. We're switching over to the Kaya Orelton campaign.
Means I gotta figure out. I should do my hair. The fuck?
And I'm gonna make a character that just is a pain in your ass.
Lucy, we mean this with everything. We've loved playing with you. You are always welcome to come back and rejoin us when you can. Retalia's not dead as of right now.
The best of our knowledge.
To the best of everyone's knowledge. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us.
thank you guys.
The rest of you for helping us with all this story, the four of you. I'm loving every step of the way. I thank all of you for watching. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. We love you. Good night. We will see you next time on Easy Dispel.